Yeah. Never dispose of the pen, I'm at it again, we close to the end. The older I get, emphatic I am. They try to pretend, they try to be friend, wreak havoc instead. Look at the trends, can't comprehend my dramatic ascent. I'm heavenly sent, they try to condemn. Ladies and gentlemen, I am the man. Yeah, different vision but the same goes. Big collision off the main road, that's the beaten path where my brain goes. Felt the devil's wrath off my halo. Hella stones, no Thanos. Hella gold, no rainbow. This is hella genius in my brain lobes. Hella gross as far as revenue goes. Bought me a net for these Benjamins though. You not a threat, you an enemy though. Broke me a sweat, killing enemies slow. Body offset, all these feminine flows. Hardly upset, but you testing me though. All of these stats are depressingly low. Why your girl think I'm a specimen though? Drones and them perks is my medicine though. There's no comparison, black in America, little too arrogant. I just embarrass y'all, niggas irrelevant. I shouldn't mention it, that's royal etiquette. Out of my element, way too intelligent. Grab you a therapist, send in my sentiments. Neck full of sediments, cop me a Tesla and skirt through the valley. Drop the investment in Silicon Valley. All this cake, but I'm missing the patty. Might mess around and just move to Miami. Drums are so loud that they breaking the chassis. King of the grass like I'm Lionel Messi. I am not crass, but my mental is messy. Mud in my glass while my pencil is sketching. All these rappers, but no one impressed me. Most of them actors at labels is testing.
This is that one song that you heard so many times, and every time you hear it, you're like, I'm not gonna bump to this song. But then you start catching a vibe. I'm sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Love with the gang, 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 gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Love with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Love with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Love with the gang, gang, gang. You know.
Yeah, whoa, East Coast with that gang gang. You know we don't play games, whoa. Hop up on that wagon, oh please just get out the way. You know we stay stuntin', right up in your face. We sorry, not sorry, we just stuck up in our ways. West Coast, go ahead, stand up. Put that glass and hands up. Gang, 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 we famed up. Got that change, we bagged up. True love, we stay manned up. Ahem like I'm wheezy, yeah. Rap game just too easy, drip so sick, I'm queasy, whoa.
East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Love with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Love with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Love with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Love with the gang, gang.
Yeah. Watch me finesse, walk to the line. Good versus evil, God in his prime. Always in prime, always on time. Our time to shine, wifey is fine. I'm doing fine, glad that you asked. God fill me up, mud in my glass. God clean me up, all that I ask. Wherever you headed there fast. I am ahead, you are in last. Last time I checked, you were all gas. Gas in the whip it up fast. Fast and all furious, I'm starting to spaz. Getting all curious, you put me on blast. Blasting that Darius, kids in the back. Back to the future is black. Black like T'Challa, Wakanda attack.
East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Love with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Love with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Love with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang. East Coast with the gang, gang, gang. West Coast with the gang, gang, gang. Love with the gang, gang, gang. You know we don't play gang, gang.
make this money, it comes out on tap. Trying to stay private, but I got them groupies. Owe me in private, but don't get all choosy. Bust out the bubble and in with the new me. FTLOG on the top of the blue jeans. Y'all got the diamonds and I got the rubies. I got the rubies, I got the rubies. She call me Captain, but I got no cap. I make this money, it comes out on tap. Trying to stay humble, but I get real moody. Try not to stumble, but she a real cutie. Bust out the bubble and in with the newbie. FTLOG on the top of the blue jeans. Y'all got the diamonds and I got the rubies. I got the rubies, I got the rubies.
What's going on, Beaches? Welcome to the Daily Swole podcast, episode 2979. We're about to get into today's episode. Hopefully you are going to enjoy yourself over the 4th of July, and hopefully you're going to do so by making some sick fucking gains. Make sure to check out swolenormousx.com because we have some awesome 4th of July specials going on. Tainty Man's getting a little restless in the background because these specials are so fucking amazing. Head on over to swolenormousx.com, join, and become a member of the Swole fam today, because my goodness, do we have some awesome stuff coming up for this week, as well as the app dropping later this summer. So it's going to be absolutely fire. Make sure you check out the membership specials over there at swolenormousx.com. Now let's make some sick fucking gains. The following program is rated TV MANOC. It contains a big pair of nuts directly on your chin. It is intended only for mature audiences. Viewer discretion advised. I'm gonna need you to take a step back.
Kill him.
Go fuck yourself.
Go to the fucking gym.
Obesity is epidemic in the United States and a major cause of death.
What is fat activism?
I, a fat person, am sharing my own lived experience.
Pizza is a vegetable.
Your fat phobia is your problem.
It is not my place as a smaller-bodied white man to comment on it.
Radical body positivity.
What can men do against such reckless hate?
There's only one man who can help me.
This is for you new people. I only have one rule. Everyone fights, no one quits.
This day we fight!
Swole Normuth.
The sun is shining, the birds are chirping, the bacon is sizzling. Welcome to the Daily Swole.
Testing. Testing. Testicles. Welcome, everyone, to episode 2979 of the Daily Mother Swole. The most muscular Swolecast, Beercast, Broadcast, Gamecast, Mancast, Pimpcast, Sleevescast, and Slaycast in the realm, because when I flex, you flex. We all flex our biceps. What's going on, beaches, booshes, bustas, hustles, and yahos? It's your boy, Papa Swolio, back with another episode. In today's episode, the Beastcast is brought to you, is powered, is sponsored by Eversting K2 flexing on all you beaches. Everyone's excited about the Tainty Man. Yes, he's a beautiful boy. He's a beautiful boy. There is the Tainty Man. Make sure you hit that button, fam. Welcome to the show, 2979. Let's make America swole. Drop that hashtag in the comments down below. Hashtag make America swole. And I really like that because it spells out mass. I know in Spanish it's mas, which is more. Mass is definitely more of sick fucking gains. So I think we could all get along with that. So hashtag make America swole. Drop in the comments down below for a chance to win today's swole card. Now let's get into today's episode. Are you ready for an amazing man stream? I think you are. Let's get into that tip. Babe, just an inch, just an inch. It's cold outside. All right, let's get into the first Swole Fam topic. Let's get into some accountability tech. So we got some posts, we got some texts, we got some emails, and of course we'll get into some questions in the knowledge cock portions. Let's get into the first.
What's in the box?
Accountability from our accountability meeting yesterday. Send out accountability text every Sunday. Amanda responds to the accountability text. I'm on a beach with my family and bonus daughter. What's that? I'm struggling on how I'm going to get my workouts in. I feel like I'm going to end up running every day and then I'm going to lose all my muscle. Now. What bonus daughter is? Maybe your niece or, I don't know, friend of the family. Doesn't matter. Amanda, you're not going to lose all your gains. So I don't know how long you're going to be with your family, but enjoy it. You're on a beach, go outside, get some sun on your nips if you can. Go and swim in the water, run, play volleyball, enjoy your time. Just eat well, get outside, enjoy. You're not going to lose all your muscle. Now, of course, if you're running every day, you say, I'm going to end up running every day, and if you just run all the time, but it's not like you're not going to lift again. You practice yoga. Did you bring your yoga mat? It's a great thing to bring with you on a trip, yoga mat. Bonus daughter is a stepdaughter. Why don't people call them stepdaughters anymore? Bonus daughter? Stepdaughter is a negative term or something? I can't keep up anymore. I am officially old. I'm officially old. It just happened in the moment. You saw it in real time on the live stream. Christian says, Monday workout done. Great sweat session. Looking forward to celebrating the 4th this week. We are grilling up steak and burgers. Yum. Pushing through the rough days and celebrating the good ones. Stay strong, fam. Enjoy the good moments in life. Prioritize health. Stay focused and get swole. And of course, she's got plenty of bicep emojis and the I'm a barbell girl tank. Is that a GTTF? Is that a GTTFG? Let's get America for Christian. Love the picture. Love the post. Yeah, I thought it was I thought it was a cum dumpling. All right. Let's I did forget about it until you just mentioned in the chat. Let's get into the next post. We got an accountability post from Jen. We got a little bit of a story here. A little bit of a Christy post coming from Jen. All right. I am struggling with putting my needs first before everyone else's. This is an accountability text. I feel like we're going to get right into it. I feel like we're going to get deep on this one. I'm struggling with putting my needs first before everyone else's. Although I'm on a better schedule as far as working out and meal prepping weekly, my sleep has been severely suffering. I just try to do too much shit at once, and I fall short during the day and end up going to bed later than I'd like. I've been working crazy hours while the kids are on summer break, and then I rush to the gym to help out with a nightly kids jiu-jitsu class, so by the end of the day, I'm just fried. What I need to do is just turn off the fucking phone when I lay down because I stay up late endlessly scrolling and getting my, quote, peace and quiet. Yep, I'm one of those, and I haven't given in to breaking that shitty habit yet. Well, that's going to change your life if you change it. We'll talk about the end. This week, I will work on getting to bed at a decent time and putting the phone down as I get in bed. As a mom, sometimes we just want that quiet time away from everyone, but not while we have our eyes closed. I'm going to make a list of the most important things and get those done and tackle the list as the weeks go by. We have also finished up week 2 of the 90-day dash, and my daughter is doing so well. We did Swolga for a full week because after week 1, we felt under the weather, and I know it's not good to push it. We still stuck to some sort of movement and did the Swolga. She also told me today she feels the difference that eating clean has on her body and that processed sugars and food really upset her stomach now. I told her she's so lucky to have me because my mom didn't know any better. And when I became a fat kid, she did nothing to help me. Riley knows that I know what I'm doing. That's great. That's awesome. Stay focused. Do what you can. That's a good pivot. If you feel a little bit under the weather or sluggish, you could do a quote deload or a pivot to some club swinging, some yoga, some swolga for a week. There's nothing wrong with more recovery. Quite the opposite. People feel like, I think it was Amanda's post before, people feel like if they don't train, they're not growing. I used to feel that way too when I first started training. This is real early on. I felt like if I wasn't lifting, I wasn't growing. So I had to always be sore and always be lifting. And if I was out of the gym, I was shrinking or something, which is obviously the opposite of the truth. So make sure you stay consistent and just pivot when you need to. It's good stuff. Karen says, I'm struggling to lose fat. I just finished the 90-day dash, was going to start Maximum Swole tomorrow. Well, that's not an accountability response. You're struggling to lose fat. What are you looking, how are you going to do this? So of course, Karen followed up. I'm going to start Maximum Swole, but let's talk a little bit more. Maximum Swole is great. I also think it may or may not be what you need if you're trying to lose fat. Maximum Swole is great for building muscle, but also, Karen, it sounds like if you're struggling to lose, it needs to come down to your nutrition, other habits too. So I'm curious as to digging in a little bit deeper with that, with your environmental toxins and all this other stuff and what your nutrition is like. Maximum Swole is a great program. It's a great program, but you might also want, it depends on what you would need based on your nutrition. So everyone that knows, your diet needs to match. You can't just lift heavy and try to put on muscle and not be eating in a surplus and not be eating enough calories. So if you're trying to lose fat, not the time to bulk, right? You're trying to build muscle, okay, but now you're trying to build muscle and lose fat at the same time, and you're going to end up doing neither. So anyway, we need some more. Karen, if you're watching or listening, definitely make it into the groups or follow up a little more detail. I'd love to help you with a little more specifics. All right, we did this one. Oh, we did this one before. Cool. All right, we're going to get into a couple emails. Go to makeemoswoleagain.com if you're not on the email list. And let's do this one. All right, so I sent out an email titled, Go Outside. Please fucking go outside. Go outside. You know, we talk a lot about the endocrine disruptors, and we talk about the air fresheners and colognes and perfumes and polyesters and all the other stuff that is in most people's houses or recirculated through their air. You have deodorant, you have sprays, all the different detergents and soaps and the steam coming out of the shower because of your brother or sibling or daughter or husband or whatever it is. So you're surrounded by this stuff. So interesting how going outside is a couple different things. Now I know there's pollution outside, and if you're in a city area, yeah, okay. But you got to go get some grass, go get some sun. It's just funny because we stay inside. You need to go outside for vitamin D, go outside for all those other benefits of grounding and just being out in nature and being out in the world. But not to mention, if you're inside, you're just surrounding yourself with a lot of these toxins if you're not addressing those inside your house. So the email, Go Outside, Katie responds and says, I got sun on my nips today. Ooh. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about.
A 10. And that's the way. I like it.
There you go. I got sun on my nips. Good for you. I went on a 3-mile walk this morning and then went to the pool. Good for you. Got those nips in the sun. That's what I'm talking about, fam. All right, Amanda. Oh, we have a little bit. This is the same Amanda, I'm assuming. But I'm assuming it's the same one as the text message earlier, so we get a little different context. I like that. We get the same kind of topic. We talked about being on the beach and losing all her muscle, Amanda, earlier, so I'm assuming it's the same one. Amanda says, my family and I are in Florida right now. We spent the entire day on the beach. We'll be back tomorrow and the next day and the next ... We love being outside and we are loving the Atlantic. We hate sunscreen. We have a canopy and some SPF shirts for swimming. We have to use something because we are not used to this sun exposure. Might have to use some homemade sunscreen tomorrow because we're a little red already. We are all going to sleep like friggin' rocks tonight. From Amanda. Oh, with the watermelon emoji because she fucking hates watermelon. It's watermelon season in Florida. Yo, I appreciate the fact that you're at the beach and I know you don't want sunscreen. You could do some homemade stuff, but really, where are you normally from? Where was Amanda? Was it North Carolina? Didn't she just get some fitness equipment? Or Illinois or something? Anyway, it is about limiting. I know you're going to go to the beach. You want to be outside and you want to maximize your vacation. The worst thing you can do is just do that all in one day and then you're red the rest of the week. You really need to be limited on those first couple days, because if you get a little bit too much sun on the last day, you don't want to do that. It's damaging to your skin, but you're leaving, so you want to enjoy it. You have to ramp up, and you really just have to be under the umbrella. There's no easing into it. You can't just go from up north. People do it all the time. They get destroyed. It's so cringe when you're at the beach. Cringe in the sense that it hurts. It makes me cringe because I see people that are bright pink, lobster red. And I'm like, this person literally got skin cancer today. And I've gotten bad sunburn in the past, so that wasn't good for sure. But, it happens. Just got to try to limit it. But yeah, be careful. If you're going to the beach, it's been so hot. It was so hot today. It's going to be, Amanda, it's going to be so hot all week. It's bright sunny the entire week. It's July 4th week and weekend. People are going to get so fucked up in Florida. They're going to get so destroyed. Oof. Anyway, just be careful. You just got to limit it. Go in, come out. Go in the sun, go under the umbrella. Like, you really have to. Oh, it's brutal. Now I go outside and I worked out. I worked out today. And when it's in the summer, because I'm training outside. Now, sometimes I'll do, because of my inside outside gym, I'll go and do an exercise outside. Then I'll come inside because it's cooler. And then I'll go back outside just to kind of alternate it because it's so hot out there. But a lot of times I'll adjust the volume because I'm drenched and I have to really be cautious for hydration. So I was out there doing chest press and some biceps, and I was doing some stuff, like a upper body day out there. And I'm drenched. My shirt, I had the Teenage Mutant Lifting Turtles in green. It was just all sweat. All sweat. All right, let's get into some knowledge cock. Fam. You liked it. Hashtag Ask Papa Swole for a chance to be featured. Let's get into a couple questions. We'll take the first one from A. Bonilla. A. Bonilla. Papa Swole, what supplements, if any, do you think are essential and why? Well, essential varies. If you are low in magnesium, most people are. That would be a good option. I like to supplement with magnesium. Magnesium glycinate is my overall preferred form of magnesium. There's different types. I use a couple different ones, but the main one is magnesium glycinate. Some electrolytes are great. Creatine's fantastic. Vitamin D, if you don't get a lot of sunlight, you don't live near the equator. Most people don't. So vitamin D supplementation, organic or like grass-fed, grass-finished beef liver. Excellent choice for nature's multivitamin. Other supplements that are essential, it really varies. Some people like taking vitamins and certain types of vitamins, as long as you don't have as long as they absorb in the body and you actually have a deficiency, you're going to notice improvements. But most people need to focus more on their nutrition. But things like creatine, electrolytes, glutamine, vitamin D, magnesium, those types of things are generally top of a lot of people's list. You could get a grass-fed whey protein. Okay, but you can also just get the same benefits from eating food. It's just, you're trying to eat enough protein. It's very satiating, or sometimes you're on the road, but you can prepare it in advance and you can make this stuff in advance. Make your food in advance and have a little, and get that food in. But of course, you're eating 5-6 meals a day. It gets overwhelming. That's why a lot of people don't make gains, because they don't eat like that, and you need to consume like that. Charles Obscurao, ... Papa Swole, what do you think when you train? Do you use any visualization technique? I think about training, or I think about what body parts I want to work, or in my head, I know what I'm trying to do, but no, I push as hard as I fucking can. I guess yes, but also I'm not sitting there. I don't know. I don't do any kind of process. I know what I need to do. I know what I have to do, and I prepare and I do it. So I don't would say I visualize in that sense, but sometimes I'm laying in bed going to sleep and just kind of thinking about my program split and how I can do this or tweak this, or, if I'm in the sauna, sometimes I'm thinking about stuff, but I'm not sitting there necessarily visualizing. But I've also been doing this for a while, so I know what I need to do. So when I'm sitting down, I'm trying to get in the best position, because all I want to focus on is pushing as hard as I can or lifting as hard as I can. And what a lot of people do, a lot of guys do, if I don't lift this weight, I'm gay. And then boom, PR every fucking time. PR every time.
Fuck yeah!
But honestly, focusing on form, making sure you're doing it right. But then, of course, when you get to, let's say, Major League Baseball, when you're in the pros, when you're in the game, you're not necessarily you're not thinking about your form. You're not thinking about pull the arm back, do this, hit this. You are executing on all your thousands of repetitions. So you're not there thinking about your swing form. You're there to execute and just react. So same thing. So you put in the work, you put in the training, like all your lifts over time is just you're preparing. Every time I lift out there, I'm practicing lifting. Today I practiced lifting today. That's what I did. I practiced pushing shit, and I practiced pushing more than I did last time. I did some one-arm preacher machine curls. I practiced doing more. I just did more. So today was a win. Today was a win for a workout. When I did the last time I did this weight on this chest press, I did 5 reps with this weight, and that was maybe a couple weeks ago, and now I did 6 reps. It's a 20% increase in rep strength. So that's a massive improvement. I got a 6 rep when I only got 5 last time. And then on this other exercise, last time I did it, I got 5 reps, and now I got 6 reps. So that's a win. And then you go back and you recover. You create the new stimulus, and then that's the standard. And then you're trying to get that 7th rep, and then it's just that. And then execute. Live questions, #AskPapaSwolio. Mark, Papa Swolio, did you have good question. I don't believe someone's asked this before. Papa Swolio, did you have a backup plan if Swolenormous didn't work out? No, actually. I would have done something. Or I would have done something in addition to it. Yeah, it's a good question, but no, I started doing it and then I just did that. And there was a point where I had like a couple clients at the beginning still, and then I on purpose stopped that. So I couldn't depend on that kind of income, and I had to do 100%. So it was either sink or swim. So there's a point if you have 1 foot out. So if I was doing something, I wouldn't say it was a side hustle, but I needed income when I started. So I was still doing a little bit of like training and had a few clients. And then I still had like 1 or 2 clients. I was getting up at, one day, maybe at 6:30 for a certain session. And then it was just in the back of my head. It was just something else that was distracting me. Having that on my schedule was distracting me from what I needed to do every single day, or for this to be successful. So I proactively ended the relationship, or stopped training those clients. And so I went all in. Once I started getting a little bit of income in, I cut it. So it was either succeed or no. I guess the backup plan was doing the same old shit that I was doing. So it wasn't really much of a backup plan. There was no loss. There was no risk. Now it depends, because sometimes there's a risk for people. And if you have a family and you have 3 kids, then yeah, it has to be a side hustle for a lot longer, or you really need, it depends on what it is to maximize your time. It can be a big challenge if you have other responsibilities. So at the time, I was literally in between things. And it was essentially, this is the time to do it. I had nothing to lose in the sense of, what am I going to end up doing the same thing I'm already doing? So either I do this and I go all in, or I just keep on doing this so there was no loss. It's not like I would do this and oh my God, I would be training clients still. Okay. I'm already doing that. That's not like a scary proposition, but it was for me. It was for me. It was for me. So I'm not going to lie about that. I don't want to go in the weeds of training and stuff like that. But yeah, that was since I started, it was always a frightening proposition for me. So that was propelling me. So there's a bunch of things that can be your inspiration or things that drive you. It could be something that you want to achieve, but also something you want to avoid. So there's a lot of different factors, but I definitely went all in. So I didn't think about a backup plan. Mark, follow up. When did you start seeing the fruits of your labor? I don't know what that means. Probably immediately. I mean, I don't know what you psychologically. I don't know what you mean by that. What do you mean fruits of my labor? There wasn't a moment where I was like, oh, I mean, I started creating products and I was marketing and I was making content. And I just did stuff until things started working and I had an idea. I had to just learned everything from scratch. So I don't really know. You have to define what that means, because once you're doing something on your own completely, and I got rid of those other outside clients, psychologically, I mean, it was all in. So it wasn't necessarily like the freedom. It was just free fall. So a good analogy for, I think I have it over here on the wall. I think it says like a good definition or how to explain what entrepreneurship is. It's jumping off a cliff and building the airplane on the way down. So it's like, if I don't build this fucking airplane, I'm going to go splat. So it's like you have all the parts and you're like, shit, and you're building it as you're in free fall, which is kind of like it. Like, when did you start seeing that this is starting to work? I don't know. I don't know. I think the thing is, I still don't see it. My mind, I'm just going on so many different things. You never feel like you're doing enough. You never feel like, because starting to work is kind of like saying, when am I done? That's how I think of that. But I guess when it comes to when was I able to quit those clients, or when did I start seeing money come in or enough to survive? I don't really remember. The years were, it was a blur. It was a blur. So maybe the program. So just for context, so started in 2016, and then the 90-day dash launched. We had Swolenormous, we had the Swole fam. And then we had, the 90-day dash launched 2017. No, it wasn't 2019, was it? Oh God, man. No, it was February of 2017, I think. I think it was 2017 already. February of 2017. There's no way it was in 2019. No, it was 2017. So that was when I first started really doing that's when I really started doing a lot of marketing and really started growing, was 2017. I mean, it grew up until that point, but that's when I really started doing a lot of Facebook ads and doing a lot of high level stuff. CJ Jensen 3394, Papa Swolio, do you incorporate many veggies in your diet? No, I do not. No, I do not. Garen Engel 22, what got you into working out? We're going to move into balls deep in just a moment. What got me into working out, I always wanted to be muscular. Who the fuck doesn't want to look good and feel good and have muscles? Ash 200-228, how to balance training, jujitsu, and strength training. It's a good question. I don't practice jujitsu, so I don't balance those things. How to balance training, jujitsu, and strength training. I think everyone's going to be different. Everyone's going to be different with how much they recover, how often you're practicing jujitsu, what kind of strength training you're doing, what kind of volume you're doing. So in other words, the balance should be whatever you can recover from and still see progress. If you're getting hurt all the time, because of your lifting or jujitsu, or just because I don't really know how people do that well, balance strength training and jujitsu, to be honest. Not that it's not possible, but I think anyone that practices martial arts or lifting, you would know that's a very challenging thing to progress in both areas because of the mobility you need, the type of tightness and fatigue you get from lifting, and the kind of end range of motion and mobility, and the type of adaptations and endurance for jujitsu and submission holds and, those types of stress on the joints. It's a tough thing. That's why I haven't gotten like super involved in it. It just seems like in my mind, it's a very hard thing to balance. So unless you go through different phases of training and you really do it like periodically, like you'll ramp down from the lifting, you increase your jujitsu, or just, I think it probably also matters, how hard you go. You could train jujitsu and not be competing and not doing super high level. You can learn technique and drill all the time and go that route, but not be going all out. A lot of people so it really depends. You're going to get the adaptations from what you focus on the most. Again, this is a reason why, because I really love lifting, and I don't, so again, a reason why I haven't started with like a martial art in that sense. And I'm not forcing it on myself. I'm not forcing myself to do it one way or the other, because I did that with lifting. I played baseball my whole life, and I knew I wanted to lift much more than I wanted to play baseball. So I didn't miss it at all. I stopped playing. I was like, I love lifting. So the thing is, anything that I do that's going to be a risk for my lifting and take away, or so many injuries, obviously, and new adaptations and getting hurt, there's a risk to lifting. There's a risk there too. I'm not saying it's a perfect world, but yeah, that's a tough balance. And in my head, that's a tough one to square. It's definitely possible. But again, it all comes down to your frequency and your intensity and both. So can you do it? Yes. I would just say for strength training, it should be heavyweight, low reps, so you recover faster, and then you have to play with the volume and when you train. And it may be something you want to do on the same day so you can manage your fatigue and have full recovery days. So I think it depends. Jen says, call me crazy, but I do because I do jits and also lift in the same days and times at times. But the days I'm sore from lifting, I don't roll at all. I just listen to my body. Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I think that's a good way to do it. Or I guess just play it by ear, I suppose. Eric the Great, Papa Soy, what is that cool spinny thing you do with the baton in your videos when you talk? Steel club? It's a great thing for shoulder mobility, for wrist mobility. Steel club, Indian clubs. There are a lot of different names. Maces are the longer ones, so they're fantastic. Polydodo, Papa Swolio, I have chronic fatigue. Any tip to recover after gym each day? Why'd you capitalize chronic and fatigue? Is that some sort of diagnosis? Or are you just saying you're like always tired? So I'm not going to answer this. Like, I'm always tired. Well, hormones, proper nutrition, 7 pillars, sleep, recovery, meditation, mindfulness, right? Your cortisol levels, environmental factors, lifting weights, all these things, circadian rhythm, grounding, getting sunlight, electrolyte balance, vitamin D. Like, where do I start? So you say you're lifting because you say after the gym. Any tip to recover after the gym? Yeah, you shouldn't be chronically fatigued. So I don't know. Is that a syndrome? Is that an actual thing? Chronic fatigue with capital letters. You know what I mean? And I'm not trying to make fun of it, but I don't know. It sounds like an actual condition. I don't know if you're male or female. Have you got your hormones checked? How old are you? There's a lot of other things. This is not medical advice. So I'm just putting it out there. These are questions, and you guys know I get a question. It's on Instagram. It's on Instagram stories. So the person has limited characters. So I'm not blaming this individual for, hey, you didn't give me your entire backstory in 50 characters. So just asking other questions that would I would like to know to give you more of an opinion. You start to realize, oh, when you go to a new doctor or something like that, they give you 50 pages to fill through all this detail, this background, because a lot of it matters. It matters. Context matters. You have hypertrophy of the heart and you're an endurance athlete. Well, that makes sense. You have hypertrophy of the heart and you're sedentary. That's a huge fucking problem. Insta Giannis, Papa, do we have to train forearms separately or are they being trained, quote, on their own? Oh, that's a great question. Yeah, forearms are in many ways very genetic, like calves, and perhaps even more genetic. Some people have amazing veins and vascularity and big forearms and they don't train them. Same thing with calves. But they definitely work on their own, but it depends because there's a lot of different muscles in the forearms. Now, you can definitely do wrist curls and wrist extensions. A couple great exercise are reverse curls or hammer curls, which work the brachialis or brachioradialis, I should say. Not the brachialis. Crosses the forearm. It's an elbow flexor. So hammer curls or reverse curls work the brachioradialis more. So I personally, because here's the thing, some people will say, well, they get worked when you do curls, and they get worked when you do back exercises or this and the other. No, because if you're training your back properly, you should be using wraps, use straps, so you can overload the muscles properly. So I train my forearms directly. I also just, I do a couple exercises and just progressively overload like any other muscle. So I have the hand grippers and stuff, and I use the rice bucket to kind of warm up my fingers and wrists before upper body days or just to do it once in a while, which is great. But I'll do forearms, and you can try this. I like to train calves on either before an upper body workout on the same day or on an off day where I kind of feel like training, but I don't really want to do a high intense workout. So maybe I'll do, a couple specific things like abs or calves and sauna and maybe some reverse sled and club swinging, a couple accessories. So I'll train calves first. And then, so it could be like an in-between training day where I want to train, but I feel like I just need a little more recovery for, let's say, a heavy leg day or, pull downs and, back day, something that's just could be a little bit more physiologically exhausting. And I'll do forearms before leg day. So because forearms are not fatiguing, so I can train them first before I do a leg workout or a lower body mobility workout. And it's not going to, I can train them hard. I could train them briefly, and it's not going to fatigue me for doing another body part. And their forearms are irrelevant when it comes to lower body. So I'll do maybe warm up wrists and do a couple things. And I'll do 2 heavy sets of preacher curl, reverse preacher curls, maybe for the brachioradialis for the elbow flexors. And then maybe I'll do 2 sets heavy of that, try to do a couple more reps more, add a little more weight, do 6 to 15 reps or something in that range. And then might do an exercise with the cables or something for wrist curls and do a couple sets there. So do a little forearms before legs. You can try that too. So do you have to train them separately? I think it depends. If you have naturally big forearms, because you can get a lot of forearm growth from just regular lifting, because you might be doing curls. If I'm doing curls on the preacher machine, I'm usually using straps or something on my wrist or something because I'm trying to work my bicep. My bicep, I don't care about my forearms. I'm not trying for the forearms or the wrist or to be the weakest link. So I'll use a wrist wrap and just go as hard as I can, stabilizing my wrist because the muscle that I'm trying to work is up here. I don't care about the forearm strength. I could do dead hangs. I'll do club work, and I'll do pronation and supination. I forgot to say that with a wooden stick, or you could use a steel club, or I have an arm axe. I have a lot of forearm stuff, or you could use a strap. So you could do pronation. So pronation and supination, which is really important. Good question. Yep. Do we get it? Time to go balls deep. Let's fucking go. Woo-hoo. That's deep. All right. Let's get into a couple videos, and then Daddy's got to make some steak. I'm going to make some steak. Okay. We got a couple stories, but drop in the comments. Let's get into a couple videos, 1, 2, or 3. I don't know who this person is of which you speak in the chat. Let's see. What do we got? 1, 2, or 3. Papa Swolio. This is on my Twitter, my ex account, FamWise. What the fuck is going on here? So I saw this. On the interwebs. Actually, I posted this myself, so I got this from the Daily Mail. Now, this header may or may not blow your mind. It may blow your nips off. So if you still have nips, I don't know. Do you guys still have nips after 2,979 episodes?
As you can see, my nipples have been removed from my body. Where they are, I don't know.
You know me, I'm not here to... It just... For every... All right, all these episodes. What is this? Someone tell me. Someone read that in the chat. If you're just listening, this is a cover story from the Daily Mail. It says, transgender non-binary athlete Nikki Hiltz qualifies for Olympics with Team USA. So I posted this on X and I said, can someone tell me what the fuck this is supposed to mean? And here's why I said that. I don't know what that is. I don't know what this person is supposed to be or supposed to be. Are they supposed to be training with women? Are they men? Is it a man? Like, what's happening here? What's a transgender non-binary? How can you be transgender and non-binary? This is my question, people. I don't understand. And I know what they're going to say. Well, transgender is what I am. That's my sex. I'm the opposite, but I identify as non-binary. So in other words, I dress gender neutral or something like that. I got something for you.
Go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself, crazies. You're a crazy person if you believe that. I don't know what this is. So I'm just saying, you're transgender. What are you? Non-binary. Well, you just said you're the transgender. So whatever you are, you're the opposite. So what are you then? Even in your fantasy world, what are you supposed to? This is a mental illness. This is disturbing stuff. So what is this? Is this a woman who's like wants to be a man, but she won the women's division? Or is this I don't see an Adam's apple. Do you? I can't see with the size. I don't want to blow it. Whatever. Canada Day. People, come on, man. Like, seriously, what is it? Do we do this? Oh, yesterday we didn't do any of these. Oh my God, we didn't do any of these. July 1st. Oh, I posted this. Oh, this is great. Did we go over this picture? This is a picture. It's God, I don't know what I forget what that girl's. No, that girl didn't have a name either. So this is from Game of Thrones. It's a meme wherein Arya was with the faceless men in Bravos. So I guess this is what like the room, the temple where they have like all the faces on the walls and stuff. And the girl's like squeezing her face and showing her, like forcing her to look at something in the show. I forget the actual scene. And the girl, it says, the person that's like forcing her to look says, Trump supporters who told you he was senile in 2020. And Arya, the person that's getting her head turned to face the facts and reality, those are the people that voted for Biden. And this is the debate. So in other words, we've been saying this since 2020. Biden was half dead. He was completely senile then. Oh my God. Did you guys realize? Oh my God. Biden is not well. We must remove him. Yes, we know. The Democrats are not that stupid. They're pretending. But a lot of people are actually legitimately retarded that are part of the Democratic Party. And they're just realizing they're literally like 5 and 6 years behind everyone else. No. Like 6 years behind. And I don't know if we posted this. I posted this in the accountability meeting.
Here's what it takes to feed
All right, so I'm going to play this video. I was like, I feel like we talked about this. So let me play this. We talked about it yesterday in the private episode, but let's watch this.
Here's what it takes to feed 6 kids in about a week and a half. You want to have 6 kids? This is your Trader Joe's receipt.
So I'm going to stop it right there. And I took a picture. If you look through, in other words, this is what it costs to have 6 kids. Well, no one told you to have 6 kids. We need to repopulate the earth, but the replacement rate right now is like 1.6. You could have made it 3 and I've been fine. So you chose to have 6 kids. Let's leave it like that first. Then you look at this stuff and it's like, oh my God, it's $460 for a week and a half. And then you look at what he bought and it's hold the cone, string cheese, turkey, egg witches, turkey sausage, pretzels, mac and cheese, pasta sauce, oat milk, mac and cheese, yogurt squishers. You go back up in the video. In other words, a lot of this is just complete crap. Sour dumplings. My point was yesterday by showing this. You go to Trader Joe's. I mean, I don't know why people think like Trader Joe's is just healthy. Whole Foods they're not healthy. They're expensive and they have maybe certain access to certain things, but most of the stuff in those stores are shit that you shouldn't be consuming. They have huge alcohol sections and wine and chips. They have a lot of shit at these places. So in other words, I'm not saying every last thing. I didn't go through and itemize every last thing. Like, was there any like steak in there? Or was there a bag of avocados? Okay. Like there's a couple things in there. I'm not like over analyzing, but the point is there's a lot of stuff there. You spend $450. Yeah. Let's say 8 people. It's a lot of people, but you better be just getting ground beef. You give all these kids beef and then you season the beef differently for different nights. You take ground beef, you can make loose ground beef and make like some kind of tacos. You can do patties. You can do chunks. You could do meatballs. Like you can do a lot of different stuff with beef and get like liver ground in. And $460, you can get a ton of meat. If it's $10, if it's $10, if you can get grass-fed and finished beef, which you can for less than $10, or get grass-fed beef, you can find good prices on that for $10 or $8 or $6.99, whatever it is. But I'm saying if it's $10, you're buying 40 pounds of beef. That's going to last you a while. It's not going to last you a week and a half. 40 pounds of meat. Bottom line, you're going to be getting real nutrition. That's the thing. And then you're giving kids and they have to have food at school and you have to pack them things. So I get it. What's going to stay, where they can eat. It's a whole thing. I know there's other aspects to it. Man, kids should just intermittent fast, right? Kids should just not have that long school and they can come back. But then the parents are work. I know it's a fucking mess. There's a lot of shit there. But in other words, make better choices. You're spending a ton of money. There's a lot of things you could do better. You can get much more nutrition for what you're spending. You could simplify that a lot, is my point. I'm not saying there aren't other things and issues and things yet, but you can do better. I think processed food is so much more expensive than people realize or they give credit for. Let's go Sheena. Oh boy, Sheena number 2. Sheena to the corner. Sheena number 2.
What's in the box?
This is called U.S. Navy Pride. Oh. Fuck a duck. Well, it is the Navy, but No. The world's laughing at us, though. So thanks, George Washington. Ironically, right? From the George Washington. USS George Washington celebrates gay sex. USS George Washington celebrates mental disorders and people's sexual fetishes. Gets kind of weird when you start. Oh, that's a weird flex. You really, you guys are gonna post that? You're gonna post it. You're posting it. All right. Let's get into another one. Loretta number Schwamm. Loretta number Schwamm. What's this one? No.
What's in the box?
When they say you're fat. Oh, dear me. Oh, dear me. Good Lord.
Honey, when they say you're fat or you're disgusting or you're a pig, remember, you are giving fertility guidance. You're giving slim thick. You're giving Thanksgiving. You're giving they can't handle. You're giving so much to love, more to love.
Ugh. Goddamn.
Matt Damon.
You're giving me seizures. All right. All right, fam. By the way, so we're about to give away the Swole card. By the way, today's July 2nd. We may have a roundtable. We normally have a roundtable this week. We're not going to have it Thursday at 6. It's 4th of July. That's absurd. So we may have maybe a Rise and Swole on Thursday morning. It might be like a call. It might be a call. It may or may not be tomorrow. We might have something fun for the next day or so. But it could be something Thursday morning instead or earlier in the day. That way, those of you that are going to fireworks or doing something later, barbecues and whatnot, we can kind of have like some morning coffee or something like that. So keep an ear and eye out. I will text you. I'll give you guys updates. But just a couple things that may or may not pop up in the next day or two because a lot of you are going to be off work. You're going to be relaxing, day off. So we're going to keep it chill. So it might be something like that just to mix it up. So whether we're going to do that probably tomorrow, not sure. We might even have something tomorrow also because it might be a little bit hectic. But we might have a normal show tomorrow and then we'll do that Thursday morning. So that could be cool. Yeah, Morning Wood with Papa. Yeah, we had Rise and Swole, Morning Wood. Well, not that early. Not that early. But I want to make sure because I'm not sure exactly what. I'm going to check Mama Swolio's schedule because I want to make sure that if she's off, then we're going to do something. So I'll keep you posted. Going to keep it cash this week. And love some hardwood. Let's give away today's Swole card. But first, let's do a throwback. Let's do a throwback first. Let's do this one. Public service announcement from an registered dietitian. Ooh, it's got to be good.
Did you know there's actually nothing wrong with being fat?
Bruh.
Just because a person is fat does not mean they are lazy, unhealthy.
How dumb are you? Is there anything in there?
Maybe some people in larger bodies do experience these things, but thin people do to the same extent.
Not true. Of course, she's got consonants after her name. RD. Paid 50 or 100 G's for some letters. Nice. Could have just Googled some facts. You didn't have to spend all that money and time to be wrong.
A person in a fat body might have a complicated relationship with food in their body. But this is also just as common in thin people because we live in a culture obsessed with thinness.
Can you imagine if these people just said, I'm not going to blame everyone else. It's the culture. It's this. And everyone's thinking, go eat some steak, go eat some beef, go to the fucking gym. Just do the things.
Just do it!
Yeah, what that mean?
The eyes, Chico. They never lie.
I mean, Jesus Christ, fam. The eyes, Chico. They never lie. Seriously. Go to the fucking gym, eat some steak. It's always these beaches that don't eat any fucking steak. All right, hit the like button, subscribe, share the show. Happy July, everyone. It's our first July Swole card time. Falcon, take us away. Make America Swole, baby, all week long. You hurt? Ya know? Ooh, Daily Swole Telegram chat's dropping mad mass. Oh my goodness, we got a winner. Today, it's in the Daily Swole Telegram chat. It is Monsieur Shane Pittman.
Congratulations!
Mr. Pittman. Congratulations, Shane. Send us an email to support@swolenormous.com. Swole card 2979 in the subject, your mailing address in the body of the email. And let's say goodbye to Churchy. Goodbye, sweet girl. Aww. Say goodbye. Say congratulations to Shane. He won today's Swole card. Why, are you a little bit cold? You a little bit cold? Say congratulations to Shane. Tell Shane congratulations for winning the Swole card. No? Churchy? Come on, say congratulations. Tell him congratulations. Tell him congratulations. Why are you being so cute? Tainty Man. Rufus. Shane won the card. Yeah. You don't care? No fucks. He tried to care. Oh, she's so cute. Oh, you're so delicious. I need to bite that belly. I need to bite it. We need to stop. Yeah, I got to bite that right now. Fam, we will see you tomorrow for 2980. Love you, Beaches. And congratulations, Shane. Send us that email, and we'll see you tomorrow for another amazing Mancast. Learn more about all our specials over there at swolenormousx.com to join the fam today for 4th of July. Make some gains. We're halfway through the year. Don't end this year. Don't close it out being a tiny little beach. Make some sick fucking gains. The fam start maximum swole the 90-day dash. Let's make some fucking gains. And we'll see you tomorrow. Peace, McGee's, Deuce McGoose, your boy Papa Swolio. Out.
Crazy flow, need a straight jacket. Cash flow, I'm a bank addict. 6 subs, had the bass smacking. 808, had the place clapping. 3 girls is enough for me, so I pull out like the stock crashing. Like an IPO, trying to purchase me. This a private sector, so you can't have it. Faking all that boom bapping. Who you think you is, boy? 90s want they sound back, so I give rap all these fake rappers as I take matters in my own hands. I don't need rapping, I don't need Zans. I don't need help, I'm a grown man. Now the king left and they so mad, it's like...
Yeah, I found that young king with my crown at 10 racks in the fanny pack, couple hundred in the Louis bag.
That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you made. That's a bed that you laid. That's a bed that you laid. What kind of game is you playing? We go hard in the paint, yeah. What the fuck is you saying? I only go where they pay. What kind of game is you playing? Yeah, whoa, my shit is relevant. On topic, my melanin is popping. I'm taking skeletons on closets and making new deposits. I'm in my element.